What's happening? It's Sir William, and today I'm in Oklahoma. What are we doing? Are we in the right spot? We're here at the Mid-America Outdoor Center for the first ever Overland America. Let's go check it out. So the coolest thing about this venue is obviously they got a pool area, right? But not only do they have a pool area, but they got a lazy river. And man, I'm telling you, 100-something degrees, I can't wait. So this morning we're up at a manageably reasonable time to do the trail ride. So there's tons of different off-road trails all throughout this area here. And there's a trail ride being sponsored by Metal Offroad and Midland Radio. Let's go check it out.
What are you aired up to?
Like 40. Maybe I should air down. This is kind of a tricky face right here, actually. And I need all the grip I can get. Braxton and I were just noticing these rocks ain't like Moab rocks. These ain't sticky like Moab rocks. These are tumbly. So we're just kind of digging down in them. So letting air out, give me a little bit of grip, give me a little better contact patch, and make it a little smoother on old Apple here. So the cool thing about this property is there's trail systems all over. And they have all kinds of events here. They've got like Ultra 4 racing. They've got motocross stuff. Looks like there's a drift course over there. I mean, it really is one of the coolest venues. And if you want to go ride trails, go ride trails. You want to hang out at the lazy river? Hang out at the lazy river. You want to go drink beer at the Coconuts bar? Drink beer at the Coconuts bar. You want to go buy some cool Overland gadgets? You can go do that too. All right, so we're gonna try to bring it up nice and slow. She just ain't wanting to grip on nothing. Just not wanting to grip on nothing. Well, I need more clearance, Clarence. Yikes. Why did that feel so much harder coming down? Let's try up that way. Need more clearance, Clarence. Well, it seems this old rock face here is a little too much for Apple. There's another one right over here that looks like it's not just a straight line up. Let's see if we can't try that one. Turns out Apple just, with these 32s, just can't climb straight up a rock face there that's built for, I don't know, rock bouncer buggies maybe. Man, it's amazing what you can do with 35s. These old 32s just didn't make it up that line. Easy killer. Now I think I'm gonna have to send Apple up here. All right, so we got to see some carnage out on the trails with the big Jeeps, but now's the real competition. They're about to hop into some Barbie Jeeps and send them down this hill and ultimately end up right here in this mud puddle. And I'd love to do it, but one, I don't feel like getting the flamingos dirty. And two, my health insurance isn't really good. And three, look at the carnage this thing causes. Let's watch these guys go down this hill. Are you guys ready? Not really. 3, 2, 1, go! All right, so I'm here with Fabio, the winner of not only the belly flop competition, but now the Barbie Jeep. Dude, you're killing it.
It was a fun weekend, man.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Hell yeah. So the Barbie Jeep that you brought here is the only one that actually held up.
Yeah.
Everybody else is broke.
Oh, I found my GoPro.
Sick, dude.
Okay.
So tell us what your strategy was, because I noticed too that you had a little bit of a strategy nobody else utilized. Tell us what the secret was.
Don't go for the 12-foot jump.
No?
No, I personally wouldn't do that.
Yeah?
But I was gonna have to, but she wanted to. She quit the race, so I split it with her.
And I also noticed that you didn't get a push off.
No.
Because the push off is what messed everybody up, I think.
Yeah, they get a good speed going on, and they'd hit this bump, that big rock. That's a rock right there, and hit it at a good speed, and it throws them off.
Yeah.
So.
Right on, brother. Well,
I was watching videos on this all weekend.
Oh, he studied. He went and did his research.
Yeah, man, I had to.
Hell yeah,
I mean,
dude.
Rednecks with Paychecks is way worse than this.
Yeah.
that place is bad. I thought it was like that.
Hell yeah. Well, good job, man. Congratulations.
What's funny is it's fully stocked.
Oh yeah, just stickers.
Just stickers.
Fully stocked Barbie Jeep, guys. Man, I tell you what, this event has actually been super cool. We came here. It is a little hot in Oklahoma, but it's all good because they got a pool, they got a lazy river. Definitely the first overland event that I've ever been to that has that. Not only did it have the pool and the lazy river, but there's also other events going on. You had trail riding that you could do, both easy and hard courses. I think yesterday they had somewhere around like 60 vehicles that went on that. Then they had the Barbie Jeep races. They had the belly flop contest that Braxton and I didn't get to win. This is actually a really cool event. I'm super excited to see how this grows because this is only the first year for it. So if you're anywhere around Jay, Oklahoma, which I know seems like it's in the middle of nowhere, but it's actually in the middle of everywhere, I highly recommend come check out Overland of America. So we went on the trail ride with Heavy Metal Offroad. Now we've caught up with them at their booth. Tell us what you do, man.
Well, we are a bed rack and accessories manufacturing company based out of Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. And behind us here, we have the Rocket Rack, which is our flagship product. It is a modular style rack that has the highest load capacity of any rack on the market by double of the next manufacturer. A lot of built-in features. I don't have to sell you on additional bracketry, American-made lifetime warranty, and it's a really awesome setup.
Now, I've seen plenty of modular racks through the years. The one thing I noticed about your modular rack is this thing's not squeaking, it's not rattling, it's not shaking, it's not bouncing. This thing's pretty heavy duty. You said, what is the load capacity on this?
1,500 pounds static and dynamic.
So it can go up and down.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Well, that's awesome, man.
And I'll tell you what, you know, because we're getting into this trail ride thing. And so I've seen some other bed racks that were on this trail. And through some of the torsion and the flexing of the body or bouncing up the rocks on the hill climb, man, I've seen racks that are big name and they were wiggling and flexing. And, you know, the Rocket Rack is the only one that stands solid and actually reinforces your bed.
Yeah. Now, other than bed racks, you guys make some other stuff too. Tell us what else
We
you
do make some vehicle-specific accessories for the Toyota Tacoma, like bed stiffeners, ditch light brackets, body mount chop plates, and relocation kits. And then in the next year here, we got a major expansion that we're working on to where we're going to be able to bring out a lot of new product very quickly.
Okay.
So definitely head to the website and sign up for the newsletter. Stay up to date on all the new product release emails.
Awesome. Where can they find all that at?
Everything is at heavymetaloffroad.com.
All right, sweet, dude. Thanks for taking us
Thanks so
through.
much.
All right, so walking through here, this caught my eye because I'm sure like many of you guys out there, you guys have a bag of straps, and it's a real pain in the ass to get a bag of straps unstrapped.
It is a real pain in the
But
ass.
you got a solution. What do you got here?
I have a solution. It's called a Ratchet Wrangler. It's probably the most simple solution that you're ever going to find. And what it does is it compresses the strap once you get it in there to where it's not going to move around and get tangled up. So, show you real quick how it works. If you just take your ratchet component and slide it right down inside there. And then with your strap, you're not going to waste the time rolling it up nice and neat. You're not going to get frustrated because you drop it halfway through and then you have to start all over again, right? You'll roll it loosely around your hand. Grab that, it's going to slide right inside there with the ratchet component. And then right here in the top of the lid, there's a little hole. You'll just take your hook and slide it through there. One nice motion, you get everything closed up and you're ready to go. Everything's inside. So again, now that it's in that compressed area, it's not going to move around, get tangled. There is an option if you want to hang it from a carabiner, you can here by this loop. Your hook's not going to sink to the bottom of the bag and get tangled up. So when you're ready, you just roll your lid all the way back open, pop your hook out, and when you pull that out, it's going to come out nice and clean every time, just like that. Very simple, easiest way you'll ever store your ratchet straps, and it's called the Ratchet Wrangler.
That's genius, dude, because
Yeah.
like I said, I'm usually dealing with something like this, and if I need that strap, it's going to be hooked to every other strap that's in there.
Absolutely.
So this thing right here, it alleviates that whole situation for me. That's awesome, dude. Where can they find you at?
RatchetWrangler.com.
Awesome, man. Thanks for taking us
Yeah,
through.
I appreciate it.
Yep. So ratchet straps are cool, but Hunt, you've got a system that requires no straps. What do you got here?
No
dude?
straps at all. So this is the Burrow utility slide by my company Oztech. And what this is a full extension length bed slide designed for your truck that uses the Milwaukee pack out system. So instead of being stuck with a permanent system mounted in the back of your truck, you can switch it out for whatever loadout you need. So camping, cycling, whatever, make it what you want it to be. So
Very cool. It shows how it works.
So one-handed operation, full length
Very
extension. This is a fitment for a 5-foot bed. I do ones for 6.5 foot bed.
Okay.
That sort of deal. But when it comes time for it, you can swap to whatever you want. So here's a cooler. I'm done for the weekend. I'm unpacked. So I love their crates. They're a great way to store dry goods, bread, chips, whatever. If your galley is set up right here, I've got all my cooking stuff in here. I can pull the crate off and go right in here, get my stuff, cook dinner, pack it up in 5
Really cool.
seconds, be done for the night. And then also I've got integrated storage for max tracks, roto packs, whatever in the internal volume. I call that the gear stash.
Okay.
Or you can mount shovels, whatever. So
Very
it's
cool.
what you want to make of it. One other thing is you're not just stuck with the pack out system. So I do brackets for another system that's similar, that's all black and looks cool, which is Tough Built Stack Tech. And it's a similar system. And then also it has an extrusion backbone. So you can mount whatever you want to this. So quarter turn, you can drop in a
Sick.
D-ring or like a bicycle fork mount onto it. So
Really cool.
I have guys mounting 12-volt fridges to it and then using the pack out system for another portion of it. So it's a pretty versatile system, and it's really for people who live a lifestyle that goes beyond just camping every day, because I have to go to work too, but I like to ride my bike when I get off. And so I've got, crates with my bike tools, helmet, whatever. So
That's sick, man, and it looks like it's very well built too. What kind of material are you using on this?
Yeah,
thing?
so its primary construction is like 1/8-inch aluminum, and that's all laser cut and bent locally in Arkansas. So I'm big on the made in USA
Wait,
thing.
so it's made here?
It's made here.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I
dude.
know. So if you have questions, you can go to my website, which is oz-tech.com.
Awesome.
I'm running a free shipping for the weekend with the code SHIP if you want to get one too. So
Awesome, dude. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for taking us
yeah,
around.
thank
This
you
is a
so
really
much.
cool setup, man.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah,
so
I like
it's something that worked for my life, and I think it's going to work out for a lot of other people's
Awesome.
life too.
Where can they find you at again?
oz-tech.com. Yeah.
Go check these guys out.
Thank you.
All right, so one of the more important things whenever you're out on the trails, particularly if you're out with a group of people, is communication. I'm here with Kaylee from Midland Radio. Tell us what you got going on here, Kaylee.
Yes, we have all sorts of GMRS two-way radios. So we have our handheld walkie-talkies that are great for, getting out of the vehicle, spottings, recoveries. And then we have our in-vehicle micromobiles that start at 15 watts and go all the way up to 50 watts. That's the highest power allowed by law. We have two different options. We have all the controls on the mic, so you can hide the radio unit away to save big dashboard space, and then we have all the controls right here on the radio. And this model is good for those radio nerds that like to get in there and customize and program a lot of different features. But mostly we have our GXT67. This is our brand new 5-watt handheld radio. It's the handheld powerhouse, we like to call it. It's 5 watts, so it's the most powerful handheld we have. It's repeater capable, so you can plug it into those repeaters and really expand that two-way radio range. IP67 waterproof and dustproof, so if you're out there fishing on the lake or just splashing in an open air vehicle, this is a great option. It's also got up to 16 hours of battery life, so it'll be great for you on the trails. And it comes with a car charger and a desktop charger, so a lot of different options. And then we have our accessories like our bull bar antennas and our ghost antennas to help really improve that clarity and that range of your radio.
Awesome. So if I'm going through, say, like a real mountainous area, obviously here in Oklahoma, it's kind of hard to find that. But say I'm out in the San Juans and I want to talk to, a group of, say, 4 or 5 guys that might be running all those trails, which is going to be the best radio to get in and through those mountains?
Yeah, I think that's our favorite product, which is our MXT275. It's 15 watts, so it's a really good entry point because you can plug it in to your cigarette lighter, so it's a really easy install. I've seen people install it in less than 10 minutes. So it's just super intuitive and easy to use, and it'll get you that reliable range that you need between vehicle to vehicle. And then if you want to take that a step further, I usually recommend our 3dB Ghost antenna. It's super low profile, but really great for getting over any obstructions and whatnot to improve that range. But I also always recommend that you pair that with a handheld so that if you are getting in and out of the vehicle, you have that. And it's also just great to keep around in case a friend of yours forgets a radio or doesn't have one yet.
Right, and that's what I was going to say too. The really cool thing about all these radios is, because I've got a hard-mounted one in my truck, but this is a really good one for if I've got a guy outside spotting an obstacle or something like that. Now I'm no longer yelling, different things like that.
Yeah.
So these talk to those, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, you won't miss communication that way. Sometimes if someone's yelling, it gets a little muffled or you might not hear them right. But if you guys each have a radio, then you're able to have that clear communication so there's no breakdown and keep everyone safe and connected on the trails.
That's awesome. Well, where can they find you at?
We're at midlandusa.com. That's our website. And then you can find us at MidlandUSA on all of our social media.
Sweet. Thanks for taking us through.
Thank you.
So we all choose to log our adventures and, save the keepsakes like pictures and videos and different things of our adventures in many different ways. But I'm here with Tyler. You got a whole nother way of logging your own adventures. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're trying to. So we're a family that travels a lot, and we wanted a better way to track that than the tools that we had out there. And so I come from a software background. We thought about it a little bit, and we decided we wanted to create something that allowed us to tell our story, just for ourselves. There's social media and other things out there which are great, but it's a little more focused on telling your story to everybody else. And we wanted a way to keep a private journal, almost like a scrapbook, but for ourselves and using some of the benefits that technology can, provide to do that. So we created a product that is a digital adventure log. Right now, an online application. We're working on delivering a native mobile application for that as well to do a little bit more offline. But what this does is it allows you to keep a record of all your travel. So the places that you've been, where you've checked in. We'll be adding the ability to keep small journals and stories and fun moments, who you traveled with, what vehicles you took. So you can see that story as it develops, especially here in the overland space. You'll have a rig and you'll outfit it and you'll go places, and either you'll maybe outfit it more, or you'll replace it or upgrade it, and you'll go new places, right? It's all about the journey of kind of finding out your limits and where you can go. And so we think it's fun to see that story and be able to look back on it, because I know I have a hard time remembering.
Figuring out where you were?
Yeah, just, 6 months ago, and then it's all kind of gray. So being able to see that story in a timeline and where I went with my kids is really fun to do. So we built that, and then what we wanted to do, of course, when we travel, we collect stickers and patches and those types of things, and we really like doing that, but we didn't love putting those on our trailers or our rigs. They look really cool day one, and then by month 2 it really starts to fade, and
especially the stickers.
6 months, a year later, they're great products. It just doesn't last outside. So we wanted to create something that was like a really premium alternative to that, if it's what you're interested in. And we had this arbitrary goal of making something that would last at least 20 years, just to see if we could do it. And so we did a ton of research and ended up arriving at something. I think we've achieved that. We've got components in there that should last for decades. We lifetime guarantee our badges. They're a metal badge with a nice automotive grade surround that looks good on a variety of vehicles. And we manufacture them right in Springfield, Missouri. So
that's awesome.
It's a USA sourced product for our core materials, and we manufacture them ourselves. So small family business, fun thing to do. And what that allows you to do on your rig is tell that story for the world in a way that spurs conversation and shares kind of some cool places that you've been. And we hope inspires other people to visit those same places. So on my Jeep back here, you can see I track some of our favorite trails that we've done.
Yeah.
On our campers, we'll track the states that we've camped at or state parks that we've been to, all across the board. So right now for our badge collection, we have, hundreds of trails for folks that are in that area. We've got national parks. We're in the middle of rolling out all the state parks across the country, which there's over 2,700 of, which is fun, right? A lot of states have many. I think Oklahoma has about 50.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of state parks. So we're rolling those out. We've got all the national forests in the country. There's about 160 of those. And then we do a lot with 50 states for folks that are tracking that. Again, that's what we're doing as a family. And then with events. So here at Overland America, we partner with those guys to do a badge for the event, right?
Sick.
This is a fun place for folks to come, not only to shop and see what's out there, but to camp and to do trail rides. And
That's right.
I was talking with somebody just earlier this morning about how much fun they had on the trail rides and how many folks showed up for that. So it's a cool experience, and we work with folks to commemorate that. Manufacturers do customer appreciation events and stuff, so we'll work with those guys. Or an off-road club may do like a yearly trip, and we can work with those folks to do a badge for that trip for their members, and again, just kind of commemorate that memory. So
really
we're
cool.
open to all forms. We're a multi-genre adventure family, so we off-road and overland and camp and mountain bike and hike and all those things. And we just want to build a tool that helps, really capture that and help us all appreciate it and remember it.
That's really cool, man. Yeah, one of the craziest things that happens to me on a very regular basis, somebody will say, hey, you ever been on X, Y, and Z trail? And I'll be like, oh, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
So you guys have a way that I can log it, take pictures, take a little bit of video, take a map too, right?
Keep track of your notes.
Keep track of where you're going.
Be able to
That's
share
really
that,
cool.
look it up and share that information with people.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
for sure.
Well, where can they find you?
So allroadstaken.com will give you everything that you need. That's obviously a place where you can sign up for our service, as well as see our social media and contact us. The adventure log, and I want to make sure folks understand this, the base version of the adventure log, we always want to keep free. We feel like it's a really important thing for people to do to get started tracking that travel. And then as we add new features and capabilities, we'll add that on, for a reasonable cost on top, so that,
Awesome.
we're a business. But we'll keep layering that on, so it's really approachable. So sign up, check it out. There's no risk to it. You can purchase badges from there, and any badges, any places that you check in or add to your adventure log, I want to highlight too. When you order those badges online, they're actually made custom for you. So it has the date of your travel, so that if it's on the
sick.
side of your camper or something, you're telling that same story, right?
I
of
did,
where you traveled.
Yeah,
exactly.
I did Hell's Revenge back
Which is-
in September
Oh,
of
yeah.
2023.
It's super fun when you're
that's
camping
cool.
with other
Yeah.
people or a campground.
Yeah.
It's a fun conversation. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, thanks for taking us through.
Thank you so
This is
much,
a cool
too.
product,
I
man.
appreciate
Check
it.
these guys out.
yeah, cheers.
All right, well, arguably one of the most important pieces of kit that you carry with you is your first aid kit. And I'm here with Scott talking about medical points abroad. Tell us what you got here.
Hey, yeah, so we are a small startup. We've got all types of kits here, everything that you would need for international travel, boo-boo Band-Aids. We've got our pet line right here, which is really nice because we started bringing these out when we started going to these Expo shows a few years ago because everybody brings their dogs. So yeah, we found that there was a big need. Nobody's really got really good pet kits out there, so we worked with a bunch of vets and came up with this couple different kits here depending on the
Nice.
size. We have paw kits that if your dog's out and they split their paw or their pad, we've got stuff like temporary throwaway booty covers for them.
Okay.
And then on the human side, we've got everything you can imagine from international travel kits. You've got our famous gut and butt, which is, if you're out and about and you're traveling and you get the rumblies and the tumblies,
Yeah.
you've got stuff in there for you.
Nice.
And then we've got like our big family kits. So if you're spending time out on the road with the fam, you know that somebody's going to get injured, cut their finger, burn their hand by the fire. We've got all the stuff in there. And then we have what we call our whack. So this kit, and this kit are actually all the same kits. The only difference is the container.
Okay.
So hard case, like if you're a Jeeper and you're out in the woods, you like to have your top off, it gets dusty, it rains. Nothing's going to happen to your kit. This one and this one both have rip-away MOLLE panels on the back, so you can just take and go when you need it. This is what we call our WAC Pro. WAC stands for Wilderness Health Aid Comfort Kit, and it's got everything for all your life bleeds. It's got your wound management. It's got your splinting, but it folds out like this into a quad fold so that you have a nice clean working area and it's easy to find
Nice.
stuff. Yeah, and we do different colors, different patterns. The multicam and the red, of course, seems to be the
Right.
the favorite.
Yeah.
Everybody's got to have either multi-camera red. And then this is what we call our vehicle trauma kit. This is just for life threats. So it covers massive bleeding, airway, and respiration. So if you cover those three things outside of splinting and wound management, this is what's going to save your life now as opposed to having to deal with infections down the road. That's where the big kits come in, because that covers all your life threats, but it covers the splinting and the wound management. So getting rid of infections and stuff like that, or at least mitigating it, right? All of our stuff here, you can find it online or you can find it here at the booth.
Sick, man. And you're also doing a few courses out here too.
We
right?
are, yeah. So every day, today and tomorrow, we're doing a 1 hour class on wound management. We do a 1 hour class on splinting, and then we do a 1 hour class on trauma, massive bleeds, bleeding control, and chest seals, stuff that you would need for your life threats.
Awesome. Well, first aid kit is just like any other tool. If you don't know how to use it, it's only as good as you know how to use, right? So get the tools you know how to use.
Got to get the education to go with it.
Awesome. Where can they find you at?
mpasupply.com.
Awesome, dude. Thanks for taking us through.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, over here at Storyteller Lane, you're sure to catch some familiar faces. I've come across Tyler with Independence Overland. Now, Tyler, you have to be one of the very first people I've seen with a Tacoma, and definitely the first one I've seen with a new Tacoma on 35s.
Yes,
Tell us
sir.
a little bit about your rig here.
Okay, so this is the Trail Hunter Tacoma. I was waiting on this thing for years. I was following all the inside information, and that's why I have one of the first ones. But obviously these things come with a built-in raised air intake, as they call it, the snorkel system. I did put 35s on this already, which did not require any modification whatsoever other than bending in a plate for my sway bar disconnect for those guys that are interested. So it's amazing for us Toyota guys that we can fit a 35 so easy. But yeah, it's basically the top trim for the Overland stuff. It comes with the lift kit. It comes with all the goodies. And so this thing's pretty much just ready to go. I put a bed rack on it. I got the Kuat system over here. Put my tent on it from the FJ, which is a temporary plan, but this will get us out camping for the season. So I think that's about the gist of this truck for the time being. It's mostly stock still.
So I have to ask, what motor is in this one?
So this is the 2.4 with the hybrid motor in between the engine and the transmission. So this is 326 horsepower, 465 pound-feet of torque, which on the torque side, it's like a diesel. You got lower horsepower, high output on the torque, and with 35s on this and towing about a 2,500 pound trailer, this thing is faster than my FJ Cruiser is on a 34-inch.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. So it handles the 35s no problem.
It is amazing. It is
That's
amazing.
awesome,
Yeah,
man.
it's a weird thing driving a Tacoma with power. I can pass people going uphill on Vail Pass or something in Colorado.
Yeah.
Which is, as you know, that's a new experience.
Yeah, for sure. With the FJ Cruiser, you obviously can get out and about and get off on some pretty gnarly trails. How's this one do?
So far, this is the first week we've really gotten it out, and it's been fantastic. It's comfortable, but I haven't really challenged it yet. We're gonna do the White Rim Trail in Moab here in a couple weeks, and that's 91 miles of trail, so then we'll really have a better idea of how this thing's gonna perform.
Tell us, where can the folks go follow your adventures?
Okay, so Independence Overland on YouTube is my primary social channel, and you can also jump on Instagram and see some photos and stuff on there, though I'm not the greatest at posting on there.
All right, go check them out. So contrary to popular belief, the Midwest is actually very well represented in the Overland community with not only this show, but Chris, tell us about another show that's going on in the springtime.
There are tons of great shows in the Midwest. I love it. It brings everybody together. This is our reunion, our friends hangout, right? So we've got the Moore Expo in Springfield, Missouri, which is the largest overlanding and off-road event in the Midwest. We've also got Big Iron Overland Rally, which is in West Mineral, Kansas. That's September 27th, 28th, so always end of September. You've got Rendezvous in the Ozarks. You've got the Overland America new event this year. So it's just great to see everybody coming together in this industry flourishing in the Midwest. Moore Expo, the event that we just had, we had almost 12,000 people.
Dang.
We had 300 vendors that came in representing more than 10 countries.
That's
so
awesome.
People are coming in from all over the world to come and experience Moore Expo and many of the other events around here.
Now, most of your overlanding that you do, would you say that it's centered around the Midwest, the Ozarks, the San Juan? Where are you going?
I'm definitely sticking around the Midwest.
Yeah?
I like to get out when I can, but you know, when we're all working, we have families and there's school for the kids. Staying within a 5-6 hour drive of central United States is easier to do.
Yeah.
But the nice thing is from here I can pop down to Arkansas and experience all of that. I can go run the Flint Hills in Kansas, which is absolutely incredible. We can go north, we can be in Michigan and just, 10 hours. So tons to do. Missouri is fantastic. Southern Missouri. We've got rivers to kayak on, mountain bike trails galore, hiking, climbing, you name it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Don't sleep on the Midwest, man. Well, tell us, where can they find more information about More Expo?
So More Expo is moreexpo.com. That's 2 O's, 2 E's.
Yeah.
We're active on socials, so Instagram, Facebook, either of those. We've got a YouTube channel, which you're featured in some of our videos.
Yeah.
So jump on there and check out some of the classic cocktail videos on the YouTube channel. And,
Awesome.
And come see us April 25th, 26th next year for the big blowout at More Expo.
Awesome, man.
Good to
thanks
see
for talking
you.
with us.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right, so I'm here at Whisky and Wilderness, and they got some pretty cool shit here. What do you got going on, dude?
Well, dude, we got our fire starters.
Okay.
We got our hemp rope. It's infused with paraffin wax. It keeps that rope waterproof. We got our striker here, so you're just scraping that material off there to get you a hot spark. Scrape it on that rope, and now you have your long match. You can take that, light whatever you need to light. You just pull it down to snuff that out. Has a 2-hour burn time on that rope. That's our fire kit.
That's sick, dude. And with that, how many fire starts can I get with this?
Oh my goodness.
A lot, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, you've been out here all weekend.
Yeah,
fire
so
starting.
2 hours on that rope. I mean, it might take you 15 seconds to light your fire, put it out. It'll last you a long time. I think this is like 50, 60,000 strikes or something like that.
I'll probably lose it before I run out.
Probably.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Well, where can they find you at?
We're at whiskywilderness.com.
Awesome, dude. Thanks for taking us through.
Heck yeah, man.
All right, so I'm here at the Trukd booth. Take us through what you got here, man.
Sure. Hey, so we've got our 24-inch Trukd bed rack. It's right now it's really loaded with a whole bunch of our accessories. So we've got our Molly panels on both sides, with our hinge kits on both sides, and we got our new part, the Molly side pods on both sides. So what's super cool about our Molly side pod is, like I said, it's a Molly panel, but it's a full 3-dimensional pod, which means you can mount stuff on the inside, on the back side, on the inside between the two. It's super modular. You could do a whole ton of different stuff with it.
Yeah, and so with your bed rack system, you can set it up all kinds of different ways, right? You're not limited to just one specific thing, huh?
Exactly. So all of our racks are height adjustable every 2 inches, up and down.
Okay.
They're adjustable front to back, so you can work around. Most of our racks are designed to work around tonneau covers.
Okay.
So you can adjust it in and out to fit around where the tonneau cover mounts. Works with diamondbacks, works with trifolds. It's designed to just be a kind of blank canvas to.
Right on. And obviously strong enough to hold a rooftop tent.
Oh, very much so. Yep.
And anything else that you want to haul?
Pretty much.
All right, cool. Where can they find you at?
GetTrukd.com.
Awesome, man. Thanks for taking us through.
Pleasure.
So I'm here at Apache Offroad, and you guys make some pretty beefy products. Tell us what you got.
So we make parts for the 4Runner, the Lexus GX, the Tacoma, the FJ Cruiser. We sell parts for other cars as well, but that's what we make the cars for. We make pretty much a full line of suspension, front and rear shocks, front extended or non-extended travel or mid-travel, long travel rears, standard travel rears. We make body mount relocation kits, extended and offset rear links, chromoly sway bar links, springs,
everything
brake parts,
suspension.
or brake lines, things like that. Yeah, all suspension related. Yeah.
Right on. Now the one cool thing, because I actually run you guys' links recently, I changed them out, and the really cool thing about you guys' links is they're not only bigger and beefier, but they're also thicker. Is that right?
They're heavier duty wall, so we use third wall DOM for the panhard, and 3/8 wall for the lower links, and quarter for the upper. The factory lower links are 1/8 wall.
Right.
So,
right. So they're susceptible to bending.
Very susceptible to bending. Yes, correct. It's very common for people to bend them. Also on trucks with a longer travel rear, the lower link makes contact with the axle, the uppers make contact with the panhard. So ours cleared both of those things. And
I gotcha. Allow for a little bit more travel without the binding up and different things like that. And also, you guys have a little better bushing than what's factory.
That's
right?
correct. We have a polyurethane bushing in the panhard that's freely rotating, and then in the links we have our dual durometer flex joint. It has a high misalignment.
Okay.
Amount of misalignment. It's also freely rotating. It doesn't require any grease.
Yeah, so no grease, no squeaks. And it's longer lasting and it's a lot more stable than just the old rubber bushings that it comes with factory.
That's correct.
Cool, man. Where can they find you at?
ApacheOffroad.com.
Awesome, dude. Thanks for taking us through. All right, so I'm here at 4x4 Colorado with Devin. Yep. Devin, take us through what you got going on here.
All right, so, well, first off, 4x4 Colorado, we're a rooftop tent company at first. Now we do full service installs, everything needed. Also have a lot of different styles of anything you could really think of needing for the overland market, overland style of living. Right now, we just came out with this guy here, which is my Atmos Air. It's gonna be a air-filled tent, weighs 118 pounds, big enough for two full people, fit big enough that is, you can stand up and actually change inside. It's about 5 feet tall inside at the center. So tons of space, air compressors fully built inside of it, everything needed. All you need is a battery box and it comes with a cord, plug it in. It fills itself up in 3 minutes, goes down in about 20 seconds.
Nice. Now, what would be the advantage of having one that's air-filled versus a traditional frame?
So kind of fun things with this is mainly weight. Everybody has that opportunity, as well as a lot of cars nowadays are getting smaller, or roof racks don't hold as much weight. For the smaller cars, you just want to do cross rails, you wanted to use that daily driver as your off-road rig as well, kind of thing. You can utilize this, put it on, take it off, nice lightweight, but it's also packs down to where it's about 38 inches wide, and then I think it's 52 inches long, 13 inches tall. So it's very, very small when it's actually compact and put down. So you can put it on top of anything, even those crossovers with the stock rails, not needing to pay for the roof rack. Utilize it, still 2 people and a dog, fit perfectly fine. Go camping, don't need to worry about buying that 400 just for the fact.
Sweet. And it looks like it's a pretty stout material here too.
Yeah,
That's not your typical polyester.
Right. All of our tents are a 600 denier Oxford canvas, so they are all very thick as well as very nice. Because we are from Colorado, we try to make sure everything is full 4 season because we are a full 4 season state.
That's right. Yeah.
Make it nice and easy. So we have a diesel heater port built into every single one of our tents. They're all this 600 denier Oxford canvas, as well as you have the ability to not need a insulation pack, anything like that, because that canvas holds that heat in and actually doesn't breathe that out like a regular polyester nylon. It also holds up a lot better. So we have a 5-year warranty on all of our tents as well.
Oh, sweet. And I see that you got a moon roof up there too.
There's
a little
2 of them.
stargazer.
2 of them, yeah. You got one on both sides. You can actually close off either one. LED light strip built inside there, ready to go. Plug it in and set and ready.
Well, one thing about it out here is it likes to wind out here. So how does this thing hold up in the wind?
Very simple, very easy. It actually structurally goes down where it mounts to the car. Coming over this whole area, you do have 2 poles if you did want that tight down strength ladder just alone without the poles. It'll hold 600 pounds off of the car just on that one side. So it's very strong already in itself. It is an aluminum frame as well. Outfolds itself, has a canvas cover just to keep everything nice and tight inside one package when it is closed. But nice things with that is that you really just don't have to worry that much. Because it is very strong, being that aluminum frame, having that ladder, using it that way, that when you do put the weight into it, you can put all your weight and it's not going to tumble. So it comes right back. That wind actually pushes it and it'll actually just kind of hold it there. It doesn't actually wobble it. So you don't have to worry about any of that noise at night either.
Very nice. Very nice. And aside from rooftop tents, you guys offer
full
some
service
other stuff
installs.
too, right?
Yeah, so we'll do full service installs. We do full bumpers, lift kits, wheels and tires, mount the tent. Do fully electrical if you want to do that, solar, deck system, build everything all in one, fridge slides, anything. We really work with just about everybody out there to help you out and make sure you get what you want.
Awesome, man. Where can they find you at?
4x4colorado.com. Nice and easy.
All right, sweet, man. Thanks for taking us through.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that's a wrap on this show. It's Sunday. The sun's shining. This lazy river's flowing. It's time to get lazy. Listen, I appreciate you guys watching the show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Till next time, you guys keep hanging in there like a hair on a biscuit. And remember, you can be happy if you have a mind to. Peace, y'all. Cut.